Welcome back to Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire, and we're trying to find and crush the Rebel base, either blow up the planet or take it over. Up next, of course, we're just still in the command phase for this turn. We're going back to the Rebel Alliance. Let's see what they're up to. Let's take a look. Alright, so it looks like Chewbacca is up to something, and who do we have to stop him? We have Boba Fett, of course, with the same strength, but yeah, let's see what it is. So let's see what this mission is for Chewbacca. Oh my goodness, demolition. That's a big mission. It says, attempt in any Imperial system, if successful, for each of this system's resource icons, destroy one unit of the build queue that matches the icon. Alright, let's find out where Chewbacca is going to try to set his demolitions and destroy our build queue. Alright, looks like Chewbacca is going right up here to the fish land, Mon Calamari, and he's going to try and sabotage. We already have a leader here with 1 strength. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and throw Boba Fett in there to try and foil Chewbacca's mission. So we're going to put that in there. So basically, they're going to be rolling 3 dice, and the Empire will be rolling 4 dice, trying to foil the plans. We get it with the dice tray, and we'll roll it up. Alright, so we're going to be using the red dice for the Rebel Alliance. So we're rolling 4 black dice for the Empire, 3 red for the Rebel Alliance, and they need more successes than we do to make the mission happen, and it does not look like the mission's happening. They've got 2, sorry, but there were 2, 3. We've got 2, 4, 5. It fails. Boba Fett does his job, and the mission is not successful. All right, over we go back now to the Galactic Empire. All right, we're going to do a little mission here, and we're going to be going ahead with Hunt Them Down. Of course, we get +2 successes automatically for using Sunterfell. It says, attempt in any system, if successful, destroy up to 2 health worth of units of your choice in that system. All right, let's go blow up some of those rebel scum in a system. We're going to see where that's going to happen. All right, we're going to send him in here to Kashyyyk, and we're going to see if we can blow up a couple of health worth of units there. And they do have Lando Calrissian to try and block us. If they want to, they would be rolling a single die. We get 2 successes automatically strength. They don't really have any use for Lando Calrissian right now. That's our only other mission, so they're going to go ahead. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and put Lando in there to try and foil it. So we're going to have to get out the dice tray, do some rolling. I don't think Lando can foil it though. Well, no. It can happen because we have 2 automatic successes. If we get 0 successes on the dice roll and Lando happens to get a crossed lightsaber, he will actually block the mission. So let's get out the dice tray and roll it up. Alright, so we're going to get out the dice tray. We're going to put it right there. So we're going to be rolling 2 dice with 2 automatic successes, and I'll use 1 red die for Lando. And oh my god, Lando completely fails. We completely pull that mission off, like no problem. And we have a 2 health airspeeder, so we're going to blow that thing up and get rid of it. Nice, successful mission for us. Back we go now to the Rebel Alliance. The Rebel Alliance has 1 mission left, and let's find out what it is they're going to be trying to do this time. And it looks like they're going on an infiltration mission. Attempt in any system that contains Imperial units. If successful, look at the top 2 cards of your objective deck. Place 1 card top of the deck, other card on the bottom. So let's go see where Daduna is going to try that. Alright, so Daduna is going to go over here to Naboo and try that mission out. And we can try to oppose him. We could use Tarkin, but we'd only be rolling 1 die. I think we're not going to oppose it. We want to have Tarkin move some units around the board. I think it's probably the best thing for him to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and let that happen. So off screen, what's going to happen is now the Galactic or the Rebel Alliance gets to pull the top 2 cards. They're going to put 1 of them on top and 1 of them on the bottom. All right, and then up next we're back to the Galactic Empire. And I forgot to do my correction at the start of the episode. Yes, we got Imperial loyalty here at Cato Neomandaya, And so we are supposed to know if the rebel base is here or not, and it is not here, because as soon as you get loyalty in a system, then the rebels have to let you know if the base is there. All right, we're going to continue on. We have Moff Tarkin left to go in our leader pool. It's probably going to be the last thing we do in our command phase, because then the rebels have nothing else to do. They're going to pass. So this is going to be the last action for command phase. Let's get Tarkin out there in the system somewhere. He's going to be moving some ships, I'm sure. All right, Tarkin is going to be commanding the Death Star, and he's going to move it right in here to Kashyyyk. So in comes the Death Star. The Death Star can take 8 units with it. It's going to take the 2 AT-STs, drop them on the planet, 2 of the Stormtroopers dropping on the planet as well. We're going to leave 2 Stormtroopers here in Mandalore. So that's 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. You can leave TIE fighters in a system. They just can't move anywhere. So we got a couple TIE fighters left at Mandalore. So there we go. We have no space battle at all because there's no space units for the rebels. So we're going to get right into the battle here on the ground. And if we look at our leaders, we've got 2 space combat cards and 1 for either of them. So we're just going to be pulling 1 ground combat card. Landau, though, is going to allow the Rebel Alliance to pull 2 combat cards. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull our 1 card and see what it is. And then the Rebel Alliance gets 2. So we pull defensive formation, block 1 damage. And we don't know what the rebels pulled. They grab a couple of things. All right. And so we're going to begin combat. So we're just going to take a little while, of course, to do this. So I'm going to actually readjust the camera a bit. We're going to be rolling the dice down here and trying to assign things. So let me get things reorganized here, and then we're going to start rolling up this battle. All right, kind of got the Death Star out of the way with the TIE fighters, and we have now, I think I kind of want to do it, oh boy, trying to get this thing in here, and yeah, that'll work just like that. We've got enough space there. All right, good to go. So now we have 2 Stormtroopers. That's going to be 2 black dice, 1 for each. And we have 2 AT-STs. They both roll a red and a black, so it's going to be 2 more black and 2 red. So we're going to roll them up. Let's get rolling. Attacking the 3 rebel troopers at Kashyyyk. And what did we get for hits? Oh my god, we got a direct hit. We got a crossed lightsabers. So we're going to draw a card for this. Ground combat card. And yep, I should bring the ground combat cards over here. Alright, ground combat card. We get re-roll up to 2 of your dice. Now, I think you can use this right away, can you not? But we don't need to re-roll right now, so we're not going to bother. We have a red hit, which is not going to hit anything because the troopers take black hits. We have another direct. So we basically have 1 hit on each of the rebel troopers. And are they going to be playing any cards? They are going to be playing Dig In, and it's discard 1 ground tactic card from your hand to block up to 2 damage. They're going to discard this one. They had 2 cards. Boom! They're going to block 2 damage. So that's basically going to block 2 of the troopers. Now they get to roll against us. They're going to get 3 black dice for the 3 troopers shooting back at us. We also have block of damage. So we'll see what happens. So they get crossed lightsabers. So they are going to draw a card, which we are not going to see what it is. And let me see if it's going to help them at all. Not at the moment. And then they have 1 direct hit, and they will put that against one of our stormtroopers. And we will then play block 1 damage, which will then block that damage on the stormtrooper, which means it's not happening. So at the end of the combat round, again, we're supposed to do a space battle then a ground. We have no space battles left. Boom! We're going to get rid of 1 of the rebel troopers, and they have 2 left. They cannot retreat, or can they? I don't think ground units can retreat. I don't think they have anywhere to retreat to anyway, because Imperial, nothing at all. Yeah, they have no place they can retreat to anyway, even if they wanted to. So there you go. On to the next round of combat, which means we're going to be rolling 4 black, 2 red. They have 2 rebel troopers left. And what do we get this time? We get direct hit and 2 black. So we're going to put 2 hits on 1 rebel trooper, 1 on the other one, and that's it. The other ones don't count. They are then going to fire back with 2 black dice from the 2 rebel troopers. And they get 1 direct hit, which they will put on a stormtrooper. And that's it. So, oh, we could re-roll up to 2 dice. I didn't need to do that, though. So, and they're not doing anything with their dice. So, it's the end of the combat round. We get rid of all the rebel troopers. They are destroyed, taken out, and we lose 1 stormtrooper. But we do manage to land 2 ATSTs and a stormtrooper on Kashyyyk, which means it is now subjugated. We're taking over the Wookiee planet. Boom! Done. Subjugated. With a Death Star in the system. Cool. Alright, that's going to be the end of our command phase. And so all cards will then go back to the decks, get reshuffled. We're finished with the ground combat. And that's it. Alright, so up next will be the refresh phase. So we're going to see how much of that we can get done before we end off our episode for today. I'm just reshuffling the ground attack cards. Alright, into the refresh phase. I'm going to zoom out because now we're going to be retrieving all leaders. And we have Princess Leia on our side. We've captured her, turned her to the dark side. I don't believe she's captured, though. I think she's now actually turned evil. The dark side, so I got to read the rules on that because there is an objective card for the rebels that may come into play. Okay, it is the start of the refresh phase, and the Rebel Alliance is going to be playing one of their objective cards. And because Princess Leia is basically not captured anymore, she's on our team, she's on the Empire's team. She's not considered a captured leader, and so the Rebel Alliance is playing this one. It's going to give them an influence. Start of the refresh phase, which is right now, leave no one behind. Play if there are no captured Rebel leaders. Technically, I do believe there are no captured Rebel leaders. And so, with that in mind, they're going to get 1 on the track. So let's go ahead and do that. So the Rebel Alliance lost Princess Leia, but it does let them move their influence down the track 1 because they don't have any captured leaders at the moment. And that's it. All right, back to the refresh phase. We're going to be removing all leaders from the board and putting them back in the leader pools. All right, take a look at the roster for the Rebel Alliance. They've got, of course, Obi-Wan, Chewie, Riken, Calrissian, Medine, Naduna, and Mon Mothma. They have lost Princess Leia. All right, let's take a look at our roster as the Empire. Yes. We have a lot of leaders now. We've got everyone, plus Princess Leia is now on our team. She's joined the proper side. So we're going to see what happens. We have a lot that we can do. And every single one of our leaders, with the exception of Boba Fett, can move units out in space. And we are probably going to just spread out as fast as possible to try and find the Rebel base and hopefully crush it before time runs out. So that was returning leaders. Now we're going to draw objectives. I'm sorry, the next thing is draw missions, sorry, not objectives. So we get to draw 2 missions. The Rebel Alliance is going to draw 2. We're going to draw 2 and have a look at them and see what they are. Alright, it's time to grab a couple more objectives. 1, 2. We're going to see what we can do as the Empire. What evil things can we do? Retrieve the plans. 3, oh, Darth Vader. Attempt against a captured leader. Damn, we don't have any captured leaders. Well, we could have. We can play the capture leader ones. If successful, the Rebel player must reveal his hand of objective cards. Choose one of those cards to place on the bottom of the objective deck. Ooh, I like that. And we have detained. Oh, we have this dude. What was his name again? Tag. Attempt against any rebel leader. Attempt against a rebel leader that is in any system. If successful, that leader does not return to the leader pool during the next refresh phase. That is nasty stuff. All right, those are the 2 new objectives that we drew for ourselves. Up next is going to be launch the probe droids. So we're going to take a look at 2 probe droid cards and try and find out where the Rebel base is not. All right, it's time for our droids to come back with some intel. Boom! A couple of Rebel a couple of Empire droids come back, and we are not on Cato Ninomido. Well, we know that because we have loyalty there. And Hoth. Okay, we already knew that too because we did a mission there. Well, that didn't give us any extra information that we didn't already have. So, yeah, there you go. Now it's draw an objective. The Rebel Alliance gets to draw one objective card off the top of their deck, so they are doing that. Of course, we, as the Galactic Empire, are not going to see it. So they have a bunch of objectives. Okay, next up is going to be the Advance the Time marker. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we're advancing the time marker 1, so we're going here. As you can see, the two tokens are starting to get a little closer together, but we still have a few turns to go. And it is the build icon only, so we will be building units for the Rebels, or putting them in the build queue, I should say, for the Rebels and also for the Empire. So let's get started with the Rebels in the build queue. And yes, I try not to forget the Rebel base. So they will be building in build queue 1. They're going to get an X-Wing and a Rebel Trooper. So let's do that. Alright, showing up in the queue space 1 is a Rebel Trooper and an X-Wing. They still have one more planet that they have loyalty with. And the one more planet that they have loyalty with is right here at Bothawi. And we're going to just go ahead and put that on. I'm putting that on so I can remember what I did. And we have a round ground unit. That is an air speeder. So we blew up an air speeder on a mission. But they get another one in build queue. And that's going to be in build queue 1 as well. Alright, so build queue 1. It looks like they've got an X-Wing, an air speeder, and a Trooper. And my goodness, we are now going to start building as the Empire. And that is going to be massive. So we've got lots to build. Let's get to it. Alright, I think I can get all 3 of these units built at once. We have 2 subjugated systems up here. We have Kessel, it's going to give us 1 Stormtrooper. We also have Nalhutta, which is also going to give us a Stormtrooper. They're both location, or Q space 1. And then we have Silokami, which is going to be an AT-ST. And that is also in Q1. So basically for Q1 we get an AT-ST and 2 Stormtroopers for those 3 planets. Let's do it. Alright, we get an AT-ST and we get 2 Stormtroopers, and I have a funny feeling we are going to have an absolute mass of units coming off the board this turn. Alright, that's 3 systems down. We still have a whole lot more. Alright, we're going to knock off 4 more systems. You can see we've really spread ourselves out nicely. So at Kashyyyk, recently subjugated, we get 1 Stormtrooper. Mandalore, also subjugated, is going to give us a Stormtrooper. Alderaan is loyal, going to give us 1 Stormtrooper, that's 3. And Ord Mantell is also subjugated, going to give us an Assault Carrier. So bottom line is we're going to get 3 more Stormtroopers and an Assault Trooper. And it is all there. These are all in Q1. So 3 Stormtroopers in Q1 and an Assault Carrier in Q2. Alright, we're going to get an Assault Carrier in Q2. And we get 3 more Stormtroopers here in Q1 with the Star Destroyer, the TIE Fighter, and the AT-ST. So as you can see, yep, we got a lot of units. And we're not even close to finishing yet, so let's continue on. Alright, 3 more systems. We can't build in Coruscant because we have an X-Wing here blocking our production, so we're not going to get the Stormtrooper there, but I am going to put the bead on here, meaning that we've already looked at it. On Corellia, we're going to get, in Q3, we're going to get a TIE Fighter and a Star Destroyer. Cato Nemo, we're going to get an AT-ST and a TIE Fighter in Q2. And at Sulest, we're going to get a Stormtrooper and an AT-AT in Q2. So we've got lots of Q3 and Q2 stuff. Well, let's get to it. Alright, I misspoke. On the planet of Sulest, we're actually subjugated, so we only do get the Stormtrooper. We do not get the AT-AT. So for Corellia, we are going to be getting a Star Destroyer and a TIE Fighter out here in Q3, and then in Q2 for Sulest we get a Stormtrooper, and then for Cato Nemono, which is loyal, we get a TIE Fighter, and we also get an AT-ST. So as you can see, we are building up a mass of troops. We still have a bunch more planets to look at, so let's do it. Alright, a couple more planets up here in Rhodia, which is subjugated, is going to give us a Stormtrooper Q1, and Naboo, also subjugated, Stormtrooper Q1. That's 2 more Stormtroopers in Q1. Oh my goodness, 2 more Stormtroopers Q1, boom boom, for those 2 planets. Nice, nice. All right, we have, I do believe, 2 more planets remaining, and that's going to end off our build phase, and then it's going to be into deploying. And the 2 final systems are Mustafar, which is loyal, so we're going to get a, in Q2, we're going to get a TIE fighter and a assault carrier in Q2, and at Bespin, we get an ATST in Q1. If I have any ATSTs left, if I don't have any ATSTs left, I guess we don't build them. No, I don't think we have any left, so we might be out of luck. I'm going to have to check the rules. I think if you don't have any units left to build, you can't build them. Alright, so due to component limitations, we will not be placing an ATST in Q1 because we don't have it. So we're going to be putting another assault carrier in 2 though for Mustafar and another TIE fighter. Oh my god, we still have actually 2, I think we have 2 systems left or just 1. I think we have 1 system. I keep forgetting about Mon Calamari. Let's go up there and do that right now. Alright, so the final Imperial system that we have under complete loyal control is the Fish Planet. So we are on Q3, we're going to get a TIE Fighter, and we're going to get a Star Destroyer. Let's put that on the board in the Q3 space. Alright, we haven't run out of space or run out of components. We get another Star Destroyer, another TIE Fighter. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Alright, so we have an absolute monster mass of stuff in the queue. And so now we'll be getting into deploying units. So let's do it. I should also mention one thing. We're going to take a quick look at the Rebel Alliance sheet for a second. So taking a quick boo at the Rebel Alliance sheet, you can see for the large brown square units, you can build either a shield generator or an ion cannon. Likewise, for the triangular blue space units, they have an option. They can build an X-Wing, a Y-Wing, or a Rebel transport, and as well. So just keeping in mind that they can do that. They haven't had to, but I just want to make sure you're aware of that. So the triangle here, they can build one of either of these. They don't have to build just an X-Wing. They can build whatever they want. So let's go into the deploy phase now and start putting them units on the board. Alright, it's time to deploy units. So we're going to have an X-Wing, an Airspeeder, and a Rebel Trooper for the Rebel Alliance coming off and going to be placed on the board. And we have 2, 4, 6... We have 7 Stormtroopers, an ATST, a TIE Fighter, and a Star Destroyer all coming off for the Empire. And all of this stuff is going to be sliding down, which is 2 TIE Fighters, a Star Destroyer, ATST, another TIE Fighter, 3 of them, 2 Assault Carriers, and a Stormtrooper. So as you can see, we have a ton of units. And then going down to Q2 is going to be 2 Star Destroyers with 2 more TIE Fighters. All right. We're going to start placing units for the Rebel Alliance first, and then we're going to do ourselves the Empire. Alright, so the Rebel Alliance, the first thing they are going to do is they're going to go ahead and place down a Airspeeder and an X-Wing here at the Rebel base. And that's going to be the 2 units maximum they can place. I'm going to put beat on there. And they have 1 other place that they can place units, and that's about it. So over in Bothawi, they're going to take 1 more Rebel Trooper and place it down there. Alright, that is going to be basically the end of placing Rebel units. So once again, I'll put a bead down here. So I realize that I've placed units there. They don't have any more to place anyway. Alright, now it is time for the Empire and their mass of stuff to start deploying units. And the first place we're going to start deploying units is right here at Kashyyyk, where we have a subjugated system, of course. We've got the Death Star. We are going to place down another ATST and a Stormtrooper. So there, we've populated that planet a lot, ready to move out possibly. We have lots more units to do. Let's get placing a bunch more of them. And way up in this system, we are going to go ahead and place down a Star Destroyer and another Stormtrooper on Rhodia, getting ready to maybe go to Bothawi and give them a little bit of a hard time, possibly. Alright, we have even more units. We still have we have 5 Stormtroopers and a TIE Fighter to do yet. Alright, so right here at Corellia, which is now loyal to us, we're going to be placing a couple of units down here as well. So we're going to place a TIE fighter in here and another stormtrooper. Okay, we have 4 stormtroopers left to place. Let's figure out where we want to put them. Alright, way at the top of the board, we're going to take a couple of stormtroopers and drop them down here at Nalhada, which is going to be the building up of forces there, probably to move out somewhere else. We still have 2 stormtroopers to deploy, so let's figure out where we want to put our last 2 stormtroopers. We're going to put 1 stormtrooper down here at Bespin, so 1 there, and we're going to put 1 more on another place. Alright, and our final one is going to be placed down here at Ord Mantell. We're going to place another stormtrooper down there. So that's all the placements of all of our units that came off the queue, which was a lot. Alright, we're going to zoom out. We're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, and that episode went on quite long enough, but we're finishing off, so that was not bad. We as the Empire now are absolutely dominating the galaxy. We still don't know where the Rebel base is, though. Let's find out how many cards we have left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's still 13 plus the Rebel base. There's still 14 systems out there which may contain the Rebel base, and we don't know where it is. And time's running out. We kind of have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5 or 6 turns left maximum. If we don't find the Rebel base by then, the Rebels are going to win. So we have to do everything we can. I think we're really going to have to move troops out. Next time, we've got lots of Star Destroyers, we've got a lot of troops, a lot of assault carriers. We've got a lot of places we can move out to. At least that's the plan. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire with the Rebel Alliance, hidden information. We've even turned Princess Leia now to the dark side. Awesome. See you next time for the continuation, Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing the Empire. Okay, so I totally forgot during the build units phase that the Rebel Alliance has Geonosis totally under their control. And so in Q2 they should get, I'm going to build them an X-Wing, and they are going to build a shield generator, which will then move down into the Q1 space. So we're just going to go ahead and add that to Q1 right now. Sorry, I forgot to build units for Geonosis. Alright, so this would have moved down to Q1, so they got a shield generator, and they got an X-Wing coming. I guess they're going to try and shore up defenses, the Rebel base, by the look of it. And that's going to be the end of our episode, so there's a little correction there at the end. So thanks so much, we'll see you next time. Star Wars Rebellion, we're playing as the Empire.